Welcome back to Action Fan. Today we're going to be getting 2 more Action Men down. I think we're going to go with the Americans. I'm not 100% sure what these are called. I think it's the US Marine and the US Airborne. I might be wrong there, but we'll look them up in my book and we'll talk a little bit about them and dust them off and get them in the cupboard before we think about restoring them. Right, first off, let's grab this one. Come on, mate. Now we might lose a head or two because, as we know, these Action Men very fragile, and I'm not sure if I've fixed his head already. Seems to have 2 guns. I'm not 100% sure if that's his, but we'll keep that with him until we look it up. Right, he goes over here. Right, you can see, I'm not sure if he's complete, but we'll look him up. And we're not sure if that's even his gun. I don't think it is. You can see the dust on his boots. And this one actually hasn't suffered too much UV damage, I don't think. Let's turn him round. See if there's much. Oh, he's a little bit darker on the back. It might, hopefully might just be dust, but I've got a feeling he has suffered a little bit of UV damage. Otherwise, he's in good condition. Right, let's get the airborne one down. If I can reach him. I'm not sure what weapons go with these. Straight away I can see that he's missing a dagger. And I'm not sure if that's the right rifle. There might be some more bits up on the side. I'm not sure, but we'll look into that. Once we get him down, we'll look him up in the book. Now he's a very light uniform, so I'm hoping he hasn't got much UV damage. A lot of dust on the back here. We'll be brushing off later. Let's put him on the side. These are 2 cracking uniforms. Didn't own these when I was a kid. This is one of my favourite Action Mans. This is the ones with the realistic looking faces. And this is an eagle eyes. Come on then lads, let's get you downstairs. Right, here we are downstairs. These are both my Americans. I know they're both Americans. I believe he's a paratrooper of some kind. Airborne, I think the Americans call it. And him, I'm not sure if he's a ranger or a marine. I'm really not sure on this guy, but I do believe they're both Americans. So let's look in the book, see if we can find these guys. As you can see, they're really covered in dust. I'll show you a quick look. I'm hoping they're not faded too badly, although you can still see some fading. The back compared to the front, there is some fading. Once again, it's my own mistake. I was told I should have left these in the box and not put them on display. But for me, there's no point having them if they're in the box, because it's not about the money, but it is a shame. And this guy's literally, he was mint when I got him. And his uniform actually literally looks muddy now in places. So I am contemplating washing this. But I believe these are sewn on, actually sewn on, look. So I believe these are first issue, but I'm not sure. They are quite thin, so it could be a second issue. Maybe if, obviously if you're watching this, you're into Action Men, you can let me know. Because I'm not really clued up on all of these. I believe he is airborne. There you go. Right, there they are. Really, really good looking, I think. I really, really like these Action Men. Love the uniforms. And once again, like I always say, eagle eyes face compared to the originals. Look at that. The expression and the realism on these faces are great. I think this is why I warm to these, and I always say in all the videos, but this is why I warm to these as a child. These were the ones I always liked to play with. They really have character to them. There you go. Give you a look around the back. It was next to him, but I don't believe that's their weapon. I'm not clued up on weapons, I could tell you. It might be an M16 maybe. But I believe he probably would have come with another weapon maybe. Let's give this guy a bit of a brush. Like always, I'm going to try and be very careful. Not sure if I'll fix the heads. I fixed a number of them. Didn't really know how to do it back then. I always used a cable tie, so I don't know if I lost any ability. Strangely enough, this guy's got a gold axe in his back. I'm pretty sure he's not supposed to have a gold axe, but I could be wrong. Let's leave that in there for a moment. Hands are quite good. I don't know if they're replacements or what, but they really seem good. Bad. Gripping hands, originals, and some aren't too bad, right? I'm going to move on to the next one for now. Right. Shame this uniform looks a bit dirty. You can see here some signs of dirt. I would like to wash it, but I'd be very nervous about washing that. But like I say, we're going to get these in the cupboard, and then I'll spend a bit more time once they're in the cupboard, because we need that other room sorting as soon as possible. And I'll spend a bit more time maybe sewing uniforms and washing uniforms. But he actually looks, apart from the slight staining of the uniform, he's cracking. He won't stand up though. He really won't. I'll replace some of these eagle eyes with some of these standard heads, because I do prefer them, as you guys know. Forgot I owned this, but workshop blower I think it is. I think that'll do for him. Flocked hair type. What an amazing looking action man. Don't know why, but they always seem to have one leg longer than the other, these originals. Seem to always struggle with their standing. Don't know if it's me or them. Right, let's get your netting back on, try not to break the rubber. That's him done. We'll leave him like that for now. Come on, mate. Don't know if you're around, you're... See, we've got a button coming loose there. I'll have to be very careful of that. Sew that back on. We get them out again. Same under there. Might be a common thing. Come on. Stand there. Don't move. Right. Let's have a look in the books. See what we can find out about these guys. US paratrooper. Oh, okay, they do call them paratroopers. Thought they called them airborne, but there you go. That's obviously him. He's got the same badge. Same. Cool. See what he came with. He came with helmet, jacket and trousers, boots, cartridge belt and straps. He came with a water bottle, bayonet and scabbard, and a rifle. The things that I don't have a lot of, bayonets. There you go, we've got one there. There's his scabbard, there's his gun, put it back on now. Right, so it is the right gun. I was right. I don't know what this gun is. Someone will be able to help me out and tell me. I've got to do some research. But there's his gun, reunite with his gun. I don't know who would have this. I think it's an M16, I'm not sure. Sort of thing you would have seen in Vietnam era. So let's just put that down there for now. Let's have a little read about him. Right, it says uniform, special features. The jacket fastens at the neck with one of 3 front poppers. Separate cuffs are also fastened with poppers. There is brass spike button on each unhemmed epaulette. So just make out he's got brass there. And it says here, note the duller finish of the late issue M1 helmet. So I don't know if that's the later issue or the newer issue. I'm not sure. There are 4 pockets on the jacket and 2 thigh pockets on the trousers, each fastened by 2 spike buttons. So we can just see he's got buttons there, discoloured slightly, not brass now. That one's discoloured slightly. With stitching across the centre of each pocket, both pockets and flaps are set diagonally. Knee ties on the trousers are sewn into the inner seam of the leg. So it's got knee ties. I don't know why they had them, but you see them on the airborne and the paratroopers in America. That's him. Brown boots. They've both got brown boots, which is quite unusual, isn't it? And high boots as well. Right, so now we've got to find the other guy. Now I'm guessing could be around here somewhere. US Marine. Right, okay, this is unusual. I found him, there he is. I've got a lot to find by the looks of things. Looks like the gun he's got there is probably not his gun. He is a US machine gunner. This US machine gunner is a member of the 3rd Infantry Division, as denoted by the blue and white square insignia stuck on both sides of his helmet. So there you can see it in the picture. There you can see it. What it came with: helmet, scarf, jacket and trousers, boots, belt and pouches, canteen, bayonet and scabbard, Browning 30 caliber machine gun, the tripod, ammunition box and grenades. Alright, looks like I need to find this guy's ammunition boxes, a few grenades, and I need to find Browning 30 caliber machine gun. Now, I believe I've got a Browning, but I've got it in silver. Could paint it black, not a problem. But I haven't got the tripod. That's something I'll have to look for. And sandbags, look, that'd be a good idea. Set him up in front of some sandbags. Right, okay, so there they are now. All we've got to do is get these 2 guys in the cupboard. On another note, before we go, I've got my paratrooper fabric badges to sew on or glue on, whatever's the case. And I've got a new parachute regiment coat and some SAS rope. Here's the big one. I've got this jumpsuit. Now the closest I can find to that is what they wear on aircraft carriers. But I'm 99.9% sure it's not supposed to be anything like that. There is no tag in it. So is it even Action Man? I don't know. Well, obviously if you're watching this you're into Action Men and maybe other figures. Can someone please tell me what they think this is? I've got no idea. So if someone lets me know in the comments, that'd be great. Right, let's crack on and get these guys in the cupboard. Right, there you go, just put them in. We got my US machine gunner, and I found him the Browning 30 caliber machine gun. I had one of them in my collection, but I was using for another project. So I'll have to find another one of those. And the US paratrooper. That's it for this video. So there they are, both in there. Sorry about the reflection on the glass. Just make them out. There you go. US machine gunner and a US paratrooper. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next video.